All right. So let's move over now for the sports papers. That's talking about the reviews now and see what's got people talking out there. So let's start off with Complete Sports.
So Complete Sports, a lot of Nigerian interest this morning, and I love it. Bereaved Enyama, let's talk about that one. It says, I'm sorry for missing Tanzania tie. That's Vincent Enyama speaking, and Vincent Enyama, we are also sorry about your loss. I will commiserate with you. So get back to your feet and keep doing what you know how to do best for the country. And this one says, Eagles land in Tanzania, promise victory. That's what Nigerians want. Keep to that promise. Beat Tanzania and bring smiles to the faces of Nigerians. And revealed why Chelsea stopped Mikel's Besiktas move.
Okay, that would be an interesting issue.
Interesting one.
Why Chelsea stopped Mikel's Besiktas move? Well, I think it's about me. It's my career. If I want to go, my club should just wish me all the best. But let's just keep the talk going on the Super Eagles and this promise to win in Tanzania. It would be interesting if actually they keep to that promise, because you already saw from that tweet that someone is actually disappointed that they're 53rd in the world and 9th in Africa. So when you win, you get good ranking
exactly.
points.
That's why we say you need to keep playing grade A friendly games, and whatever happens, if you win, which is good.
I don't know if you guys are talking about the FIFA rankings. Sometimes you don't play. Look, we were moved in the last rankings. We didn't play. There were times we played, we won, we went down. There were times we did not play. I still don't understand the FIFA rankings. Based on the coefficient or whatever they use, I get it. But, all of us watch football, and sometimes you just don't understand. Like, for instance, why Wales is in the top 10. Or whatever Congo has done to be ahead of Nigeria.
Or even Belgium.
I don't get it, and I don't think I will. And so it's not about, if you're talking about friendly matches for the sake of building our own team, not for the sake of the FIFA rankings. After 94, I don't know. Because as at that point, when the rankings, when I was aware.
You believed in the rankings as at 94.
Yeah. But when I was aware of the rankings,
when it stopped favoring in this country,
he stopped believing
in when he couldn't understand why they will not win, and then they will move, and when they win, they are dropping.
Can you understand? Can you understand why your team wins and they're going down? Your team doesn't play, they're going up. How do you explain that?
Well, it is something.
I wouldn't say that
concerned,
there's anything wrong with whatever they're doing. It's just
but
that
I will still insist.
We all see football. We all know football, and I think there's something wrong with that coefficient or whatever they do use. But based on their parameters, they are right. Based on that, but we all have a good eye for football, and you're wondering why all of these things do happen.
I still insist that the more games we play, it will help in the rankings.
And again, consistency.
And consistency, that's the word.
You need to win consistently, And maybe sometimes, we might not know, there might be some background work also, maybe developmental projects.
No, it's not in the coefficient. It depends on the opposition you play.
We have tried to understand that. So this is why we don't understand that part.
That is what we're saying the same thing.
Let's start playing teams in the top 10 of the world rankings.
We're already.
It also depends on what you want to achieve. You say you're building a team, you bring Brazil comes to humiliate you, you're going to say sack the coach again. So all of these things need to fit into your plan. It needs to fit to your plans. But I still maintain that I'm a little bit. I don't know. I'm a little bit. I don't understand the FIFA rankings. I don't think I will. I don't even want to.
Well, I've tried to understand. I think it's just about consistency. See, when you've planted yourself as a powerhouse in football, even FIFA will be scared to touch you in the rankings, unless when it's obvious that you hosted the World Cup and Germany trashed you 7-1, and then you don't drop on the rankings, and people start saying, "Oh, come on, what's going on?" But if this week you played, you won. Next month you dropped, you lost 2 games. The following month you played a draw. Another time you're winning. FIFA does not care if you won the World Cup 10 times. They're just going.
I mean, if Belgium can get to the 2nd position, so what are we talking about? So it just makes it a whole lot interesting.
So the issues will continue, and we love it. Remember, it's a Friday. We waited for him forever.
Forever.
I was like, what are our issues, man? Is he going to be around? Will he not come? What's going on?
I call him
Maybe
Mr. Friday.
Well, this is my issues, man. Anyway. Ben Alaya joins us now. He's supposed to do the newspaper review with us, but it's just in time to meet another issue.
Another issue.
So Ben Alaya, good to have you on the show.
Very, always a delight to be here.
And there you go with the handshake again.
The only problem I have at times is that it's all bones here. I mean, there's no flesh. Very Cecilia.
Oh my goodness. Oh my, you know what? For that, Cecilia is off the show for 1 more month, so that I get to understand why you should work with the bones. All right.
Let's look at what the sports day is saying, Yemi, perhaps.
All right. Let's look at the Nigerian interest in the sports day, and we have no one better qualified to talk about the sports day than Ben. The lead story, there's Arsenal in the UEFA Champions League, and also a story about Obafemi Martins. But let's stick to the Ideye story. I don't know, let me quickly get your reaction to his move to Olympiacos, a good one for him. Does
Good
it
one for him.
an opportunity to return to the Eagles?
He was not playing well while he was in London. He couldn't score much. He's a fantastic player. But I think Ideye plays better as an assist striker rather than the main striker. Because if you remember, when we won the Nations Cup, he was always playing behind Emmanuel Emenike. And that Emmanuel emerged the highest goal scorer of the 2013 Nations Cup triumph was due to him.
Yeah.
He did a lot of work behind.
Yeah.
And if they use him like that, he will return to form. And I think it would be good if the coaching crew of his new club, Olympiacos, understand his mentality, understand his playing pattern, and understand that he has a very high work rate, because I worked with him, and he can return to form and possibly back in the Super Eagles.
Okay.
All right. Let's look at sporting life right about now. Of course, it's all about the Super Eagles getting ready for that big game. Eagles are ready for aggressive Tanzania.
That's the word, aggressive.
Team studies, Taifa Stars tapes. Yeah,
Aggressive, and that might just be the problem for the Super Eagles.
And there's another one here. Emenike vows to end goal drought. Of course.
A long time coming.
Yeah, long time coming. He's been saying that forever, you know, he's going to end the goal
For
drought.
the aggressive nature of the Tanzanians, it's understandable. Because apart from 4 players who are mainly based in South Africa, everybody is based at home, and they were in Turkey. So
they're all bones.
They are all bones. So it's going to be. So the Super Eagles should be ready for war. Okay. You know, real war in the encounter. And I think that they should do well. They must just do well, because it's the first game of the new coach at international level, and he must prove to us that he has the experience to take the Super Eagles up there. For Emenike, I think he's always been a good player, but his goal scoring form has dipped recently. Yeah. So some people were even questioning why you will call him and leave out Anodion Igalo. So it's a query for him, and it is also a challenge for a player of his caliber to go and prove himself. Yeah. It's a main challenge. If he scores and starts scoring, then we'll be happy.
That's us. That's Nigerians for you. If he scores and we'll go to win, we'll clap for him.
We'll clap for him.
Start singing all the praises.
Let him be playing in Al-Aram or Al-Line.
And I remember before the 2013 Nations Cup, most of us, including me, did not understand. I mean, I blamed Emenike. I said, your physique and your stature, you should be helping the Super Eagles. I mean, the bitter taste of not qualifying for the 2012 Nations Cup was still there. And I was like, but he came to the Nations Cup, and we started scoring, we started singing his praises. And so the question will now be, what happens why a player in a dispensation is able to do so well, and then again, the deep, you're still playing under the same coach with the same players. Sometimes you just don't understand.
I think at times it's a mentality issue. At times some of these players become too big, quote and unquote, and then they believe, I mean, if you are the highest goal scorer of the tournament, it is expected that the next tournament you should also maintain that standard, because the Messis of this world, the Ronaldos of this world are doing just that. But Nigerian players, once they get to a position, they become
bigger
than the system, and that affects their playing pattern. I think if truth be said, that is just it. They should wake up that it is when you are playing at the highest level that you need to even train more.
That's it.
Yeah, you need to train more because
you need to retain the success.
Your reputation is at stake.
The biggest person, one of the players who train the most in the whole world of football is Ronaldo, and he's there before everybody, and he leaves the last. So it is not an accident that every time you see him, he's training those free kicks, he's scoring the goals. But our players, once you just have a little success, it gets into your head. I think we should.
That should change.
Well, let's still stay with the Super. Particularly, I wanted to punish Ben because he came late. Now, Ben, how difficult is this game against Tanzania for the Super Eagles?
Well, I think it's going to be a very tough game, especially as we are playing away, and we are not very sound on our away grounds. Let's be truth be told.
Why? What's the problem? Because you travel with the team a lot. Is it that when you guys get there, you're intimidated? Is it that your hosts don't treat you well? Because you start wondering what's going on.
I recall that when we were in Ethiopia, was it Ethiopia or Sudan?
Sudan, I think.
When we went to Sudan, we had a game that we wanted to play, and when we got there, the pitch was waterlogged. We couldn't even train. The pitch was waterlogged. It was deliberate, and it was like the rains just fell down so that the Super Eagles will not train. You know, and then we were so all the players did under Stephen Keshi was just to run around the pitch. It was not surprising that we had a very bad game that day. You know, so it's not. At most times, Nigerians are not intimidated because, I mean, the psychology of the average Nigerian person is we are coming here to win. When we went to Ethiopia and defeated them, they didn't believe it. Well, we've been to some countries, but what happens, what is still happening is that any country that wants to play Nigeria, any country,
is turbocharged.
Is turbocharged. They believe Nigeria are former African champions, 3 times Nations Cup winners, World Cup second rounders. They have stars. They are. And then the Nigerian player too is overconfident that we will just go there and pick the points. So we need to also come down on our egos and say, look, we are here for war. We are here to win. But this is Olise's first game as a coach. I hope he has that mentality to tell the players that, look, gentlemen, we have a ball on our hands. We must do well. It's my starting point. If you want me to do well, win for me. It's going to be tough. I must confess. The game is going to be tough because the Taifa Stars, they were one of the best sides in Africa, and they are trying to revive. And so they will not want Nigeria to come there and pick the points.
All right.